Hello guys, welcome back to The Crew 2. This time taking a look on the Jetsprint boats. We'll start with the proto brawler. Same livery on all of them that I made, and also gave them some different colors. Just like with motocross bikes, there are only 4 available. The proto brawler, the hornet, the leopard, and the sportsman. New Zealand edition, I think it stands for, the NZ. Other than that, let's have a look what is going on. Parts, I'm mainly putting the nitro parts on because as far as I know there's not a specific part for the Jetsprint discipline. It's not like drift or the airplanes or the monster truck or stuff like that where you have specific parts, specific bonuses for those disciplines. In Jetsprint I couldn't immediately find something, so I just put it like all on the nitro based. Pro settings, yeah, been playing around with these things but not 100% sure. The drift assist, I put it at 80%. The weight distribution in the middle. Same for the trim tabs. Buoyance about 80%. Braking power, not that important in the Jetsprint. And the hull friction at about 30-40%, something like that. What that all does is the weight reduction pretty much works as leaning forward and leaning backwards. The more to the plus side, the more to the right you put it, the weight will go towards the front. So it reduces the top speed, but it gains control. Sort of like you would lean forward. So if you put it more to the left, it will actually, it's more like lean backwards, get more speed, but you have less control. So I sort of put it in the middle. The rudder angle is the area of the rudder in a turn, so it's like the surface area of the rudder in a turn. The more to the plus will allow you to turn much faster at the cost of speed. Braking power, pretty simple. If you put it more to the plus, you will stop faster, but it's not that important. We barely use brakes in the boats. The buoyance is how floaty you are. The more plus, more to the right side of the bar, will give the boat more surface above the water, which will make it go float over the water more, but probably at the cost of stability. And speed might be good, but the stability might be a problem with the buoyance. Although I have it, I think, at 80. The hull friction is something that I have put on 30 or 40%. It's the resistance of the water to the boat. If you put it more towards the left, to the minus side, it allows for sweet water drifting, but again at the cost of stability more likely. So don't put it too low, would be my advice. And the trim traps is more to the plus, more to the right side, allows quicker transition between left and a right turn, but at reduced speed. So if you put it more to the right, you will be easier to go into left right situations. So it's sort of more or less than the anti-roll bar like on a car, more or less that working. But don't put it too high or it will be reducing your speed. So that is why I have the trim tabs and the weight reduction. I have it in the middle. The rudder angle, I need to have a look on that. The buoyance I have at 80% and the hull friction at about 30-40%. Let's have a look where the rudder angle is. Oh, we don't even have a rudder angle on this one. That's for the power boats only, probably. So that's sort of, yeah. You can put this higher, but it's gonna cost you speed. You can put this lower to get sort of more lean backward feeling, but also that's gonna cost you stability. So that's why I put those two in the middle. This one more towards the less, but not too less, as I mentioned before. So let's see what we can do with this thing. Proto brawler, and where are we? On the Colorado River somewhere, I think. So I believe there's not an event here somewhere, or a few even. We have the Colorado River banks, and we also have the Hoodlum event here. Let's go with the Colorado River. Let's see, hardcore mode. Okay, that's fine. And let's see what we can do. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, the brawler is not the green boat, that's the blue boat. More or less using the same settings on all of the 4 boats, so we'll see how that goes. Going by the leaderboards, and I can also, yeah, out of experience, the Hornet is a bit more stable. So that's probably the best, but I think you should be able on this track to do a time around 120 with all of them.
Don't get too caught up in sightseeing.
This checkpoint's water under the bridge. Let's see what you do with the next one.
Of course, you have superpowers like this guy here. Mr. GoPro, I'm not sure what you're doing, but he's driving a level 87 boat. I can barely keep up with him. Probably slipstreaming with friends again.
That's why they call it Jetsprint.
Was doing okay. 120.7. I do have a 119, but I think that's in the Hornet here. Let's have a look on the 119.8 I did in the Hornet. But this was a 119 run as well if I didn't hit those 2 rocks at the end. So also the brawler can do a time around 120 here, or faster if your world record is Capirico 13. As far as I know, that is. Let's have a look what this is. Loot quality. And what's this? Loot drop. Okay, that can go then. Don't need that. As far as I know, that's Jeanette that has the world record here with a 114. Do we need that? Yeah, we'll move this one then. I'm just keeping 4 parts because I have 4 boats and I can put like all of them at 420. 120 I mean. Taking the parts off the boat now. Form the brawler and move on to, let's do it alphabetic, to the Hornet, the green one this time. And we put on the same parts that I had on. But I'm expecting more or less, just like in the motocross where you only have 4 vehicles, that they are more or less equal. The Suzuki in the motocross bike has a bit more top speed, but it acts a bit funny on the jumps. So all in all they are pretty equal. And I also think that for the Jetsprint boats it's more or less the same. The green one, I'm gonna select it immediately now. Now, where is it? There somewhere. Let's see what we can do with the proto hornet. Same parts. We haven't checked the settings, but they are more or less the same on all of the 4 boats.
3, 2, 1.
Give me a second, Doctor. Messing it up, but it doesn't matter that much. I won 21 with hitting all kind of stuff, but like I said, it doesn't matter that much because the time that I have here on the leaderboard with the 119.8 is done in this boat without hitting stuff. And even that was not a perfect run, so I can probably go a bit faster. That is for the Hornet, which probably is the best. It handles the best, like quickest reaction, so. But I don't think there's much difference. This is a completely useless point. It's like to detect the radar. This one, have a look. That's ventilated. That's like a nitro refill in jump, which I already have on it, so that can go then. Okay, that's it. So parts off again. Bit of switching parts. I removed everything else from rubbish parts because at this moment in time we only have 4 of these Jetsprint boats. That also means you only need 4 parts. Which brings us to the leopard, which comes with a higher level in stock, but that doesn't matter. This thing comes with 30, I just noticed, while the others are just like 10 or 17 or whatever it is. There we go. Pro settings, I will quickly have a look. As you see, more or less the same as on the other. Didn't do it with the Hornet, but also that it's more or less the same settings. Let's go to activities and quickly go through the eventing. That always goes faster. There we go. Nope, we did it again. We're in the green boat. We don't want to be in the green boat. We want to be in the brown-orange boat this time, which is the leopard. I have the same livery on all of them, but I changed the color. We put the parts on, but we forget to select the boat. Yeah, then you're still in the boat that you were in, which was the Hornet.
3, 2, 1.
Records are made to be broken. Mine and yours.
You can make your move anytime you want. Anytime.
.120.1. something which makes me wonder. And that's this here. Level 87, that's the ghost I'm up against. What are you doing, chill? Slipstreaming again, I guess. What is this here? Drift, which we already have here on as well, but it's not that bad for a boat, so I'm gonna do this loot thing here, gone. And this one is loot quality and nitro refill, I think. Okay, that's not that bad. I will put the green one again. And what do we have here? Bulldozer. Yeah, totally don't need that. Maybe later if you're gonna race other players, but. Which leaves us with one thing left. And that is the sportsman. But I think it's already, unless the sportsman surprises me like crazy. That's the grey one. Performance wise, as you can see, same settings as well. This time select the boat, please. And now we get rain. Just what we need. And it's by the looks of it, heavy rain. And these events take place more or less in free drive. So we're gonna, are we gonna be bothered by the rain in a boat? I don't think so. We're on the water, it can't get weather, can it?
3,
Maybe some visibility issues here or there, but
1.
Keep your turns tight and your throttle open and you'll do fine.
this one wobbles about a bit more by the looks of it.
You've got to make up some ground. Water.
What I do? Yeah. Some stuff. This thing doesn't handle that easy, although I'm on more or less the same setting as with the other boats. So. What I do think with the ghost is like jumping around on the water. I think that's like the weight reduction all the way to the left. This thing wobbles about more, it's not that easy to control it over the water as with the other ones, but pretty sure if you do a clean run it will also be around 120-ish. So just like in the motocross, it seems like these Jetsprint boats are more or less equal. We have this one here, it's more or less the same. Although this one is frenetic, I think, yeah. Then I'm gonna remove this one. And what do we have here? Ventilated. Okay, that's more interesting than the box one actually. Let's do one more run, shall we? What I think is the best handling one, and that's the Hornet. Okay, let's that was the green one, I think. Yep. Let's put the parts on that one and see if we can do a proper run with that one. Yeah. Gonna put the blue one on here this time. Cena has more to do with nitro. Okay. Holy moly, can't find anything on this map. There it is. Let's try once. White gun, maybe less steering.
3, 2, 1.
One corner, you sort of have like the angle wrong for the next one as well. Too far behind to get a shot at it.
3, 2.
I'm gonna go left there again. And get more top speed on the left side of that long straight here. This is also a tricky one. There is something in the water here. You don't avoid it.
You're pushing that boat to the limit.
I knew it, saw it. Just went straight, that would have been a 117 or 118, I'm sure. If I don't mess up that last run. So it definitely can be done to go under 120. Gonna have a look, let's have a look. All top players. And then it has to load like, oh, 9 planes loads with a 117, 118, 119.2 is top 20. The run I was doing was definitely faster than the 119, so we can get to the top 20. Jeanette 114.8, that's a bit too fast for me, I think. Let's pick up the parts and see what we get. This is for skill tests. Yeah, well, I guess it's even better. What is this? Radar and nitro refill. Not that interesting, to be honest. Nope, just remove it. The other parts are better. Okie-doke. Let's try one more time. Till we get it. That's what we do. At least this is an event which actually gives you the time at the end on the results screen. like spot on the run probably.
3,
Which I was doing till I
2,
messed it up at the end.
1.
You better check your time. You need to be doing better than this.
Working on it, go. Working on it. Here you need some nitro. I think it goes a little bit uphill towards here. Also there on the finish, don't steer too sharp, there's some sort of rock in the water. .118.1. Finally. First in the friend list. But what does it say? 14th. 14th. But I do see that as you can see already here, it's like I don't see much of these New Zealand things, which kinda it's logic. What we saw in this test, that was the one that handling was the worst. Other than that, I see some leopards, some hornets, some brawlers, and Jeanette himself with a 114.8, also using the hornet. Hornet, leopard, brawler. Eventually the names load, but so anything but the sportsman by the looks of it. That is sort of the conclusion that we made from these Jetsprint boat things. I will see you guys in the next one, and bye for now.